So today we are in Belleville, Illinois. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push that bell notification icon so that you can get notified of future videos. Alright, stick with me and I'll be back after these brief seconds. Alright, so welcome back. Had to take a little flight from Washington, Lacey, Washington. Come on over down here where I grew up. So we are currently at my mother's house, and I had talked to her a few months back about starting a compost bin. You're still with me? Hit that bell notification. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So earlier in today, I was outside in my mother's compost pile because she was telling me that she had started it, but things just weren't working out. So I went out there to look at it, and I realized that, for first time composting, there's some do's and don'ts. I'm going to show you what we were doing this morning, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we are in my mother's backyard. She has her compost pile in the back cornermost section of her yard. Now, like I said earlier, we were out here earlier this morning, and we pretty much got rid of all the stuff that should not have been in a compost pile. Like she had some dryer fabric softener sheets in there, which should not have been in there, and some big wooden sticks, not sticks, but just tree branches and limbs that fell from trees over here, and a few pine cones. So we did as much breaking down of, I hope y'all can see me, of the big sticks, removed the dryer fabric sheets, because you can put dryer lint and dog hair, your hair to your compost pile, but yeah, not fabric softeners, okay? But let me switch this camera around and basically just show you. Okay, so here is her compost pile. And my gimbal locked on me. Oh, I love this camera. Gotta figure out how to use it. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that real good because I can't. But here, we have these huge wooden sticks. Over here in the corner here, wooden tree branches that was in there. We got some paper towels, old newspaper clippings, and there's still a dryer sheet right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's a dryer sheet right here. Yeah, that shouldn't be in there. So let's get that out. And we're going to continue working on this compost pile to get it heated up a little bit, and so it can break down quicker. Now, basically what we're going to do today is called Drunken composting, okay? Now, the Drunken composting, got this off of YouTube a couple years ago. But with Drunken composting, let's see if I can get a good little shot. Let's see here if you. Oh, you might be able to see me. Let me head over here. All right, hopefully you can see me. So with drunken composting, it is kind of like a chemical reaction. I think I've touched upon this on my YouTube channel before, but basically all you need for drunken compost is some liquid ammonia, soda. Now, when I learned how to do it, they said to use cola, and I did that at my house, and it did work. You know, I think within 24, 48 hours, it heated up really nicely and started decomposing, breaking things down, making my compost really good. Attracted a lot of bugs, a lot of worms and whatnot. So it worked the way it's supposed to. So I just went to the normal dollar store, picked this up because it has a very high sugar count. That's basically what soda needs, is sugar. So you need a 5-gallon bucket, some ammonia, it can be clear or yellow, whatever ammonia you can find, some soda, and of course beer. Because why would it not be called drunken composting without beer, right? So I suggest getting the cheapest beer you can find. I picked up some Coors Light because it's my favorite beer. You know, if you're out and working in the yard, drink beer, drink your favorite drink, iced tea, water. Have a good time when you're out here, right? So, perfect. So basically, all you do is you can do 1-to-1 or 2-to-2. Except for the beer, I'm going to do 3 beers for every 2 cups of all the other ingredients. We're going to add it to the bucket, and then we're going to fill the bucket of water, and we're going to spread it across the compost pile. Then we're going to put it all back together, and hopefully by this time tomorrow, you know, about 24 hours, a little less than 24 hours, our compost pile will start heating up so it can break down and do the decomposing process before I got to get back on the airplane and head back to Washington. So, like I said, very, very, very easy. Composting is easy. You just got to make sure you have enough fruits and vegetable scraps to your wood, your dry chunks, paper, things like that. Very, very easy. So I'm going to use my Coors Light. But like I said, you can use any kind of beer that you like for this. Just dump it in here, and that's it. So like I said, we're going to do 3 instead of 2. Because we used the beer for the yeast. So beer has yeast in it, which feeds the bacterial microorganisms to help break down the compost pile, okay? We're going to do 2 cups of cola or soda. You can also use molasses as well. Basically, you just need a sugar compound. We're going to do 2 cups of this. And once we get all these in here, we're going to fill it up with water and just use it. So this is a little bit more than 2 cups. It's all good. I know you're not drinking my beer. So this is my mom's big old dog. I call him horse dog because he's so big. He's over there trying to drink my beer. So that's that. And here comes our ammonia. And it's a little chemical reaction. That's all we're basically really doing here. Chemical reaction. Now, normally I'm against chemicals in the garden unless it's trying to get the bugs away. You know, the bugs, the ants, and whatnot. But we gotta get this compost pile hot. This will make it hot. Okay? So that's that. We're gonna go back there, get the hose, and we're gonna fill it up and then put it up on the thing. Grab another swig of my beer before the dog decides to drink it when I'm not watching. I'm gonna spread that around, and that's gonna be it. Alright. So I don't know if the hose is gonna reach all the way over here. So I'm gonna take this bucket, gonna find a nice little stick, long enough for me to stir it while I'm filling it up. And we're gonna pour it onto the compost, and we're going to pile it back up. Now when making compost, you don't want to leave it flat. you want to mound it, okay? So whenever you add your vegetable scraps, coffee grinds, things like that, you don't want to keep it, you don't want to spread it out, you want to mound it. So as you as you're throwing it onto your compost pile, keep it in like a mound. Just think of it as a teepee, okay? So simple. I wish I knew this when I first started my compost, because before, you know, I was working on post, and I was getting all my fruits and vegetable scraps from diving facility on post, and I was getting so much. I was getting like 15-gallon buckets of all these fruits and vegetable scraps, and it was just way too wet. And once again, I forgot to turn my ringtone off. So easy. We filled it up, and we're just about to add it to the compost pile. Let's stir it all together. Very simple, easy recipe. All right. Okay, so we got our bucket here. We filled it up with water. We added all of our ingredients, and basically you just add to your compost. Yourself a little cup, or you can just really pour it all on. The key is to saturate your compost with this. Now, like I said, I only have a few more days left here in Belleville before I go back to Lacey. So I need this to make sure, that this is actually working before I get on that airplane, so that by next summer, or whenever it starts warming up here in Belleville, my mom has some good compost ready to put into her garden. So I'll probably make 2 buckets worth of this and add to it. That might be a little overkill. Like I said, I want this to start breaking down before I get on the airplane. So that's basically all we're doing. Hey, if you're still with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push that bell. So thanks for sticking with me today. I hope you learned something. And yeah, I just like gardening, you know. It's peaceful. Very soothing. So that's all we're doing. We're just adding the Drunken compost mixture. We're gonna mix it all up, and we're gonna let it sit and warm up. And that's it. All right. As always, don't forget to be kind. Do good. If you get a chance, do something nice for somebody. All right, I'll see you on the next video.